In the past, you used to give advice to the KP MPs on how to fight election campaigns, right? So after your experience, especially with this losing Islamite campaign, would you still be open to offering advice?
I think this time I'll charge them. And I shall open it to all political parties.
All political.
So be fair,
everyone.
We talk fairness, right? So anybody will come, okay, come, put your name here, ask press secretary, charge them, right?
Yeah.
And we give the money to the poor, right?
Yeah.
That's right, I see.
How much will you charge?
Oh, depends. If I see you are rich, I'll charge you more. That's right. So if you're a poor little small party, cheaper.
They win charge more.
Huh?
They win charge more.
Or they win, but increase the
consultation.
Consultation fees. Right.
How is this fight different from your GE?
Oh, it's a lot of different. Because from the very start, I told my men, stay clear of bread and butter issues. Singaporeans must fully understand that the GE and the EP are very different. And the message must be brought very clear to Singaporeans. Or else, every time there's an election, it becomes like a GE election, which is not in the case of the presidential election. Presidential election, as everybody knows, must be more dignified and more purposeful. Because what we want to let the Singaporeans know is how capable is that person to manage your results and also the appointment of key personnel, apart from all the soft powers that is given to the EP. So from the very beginning, I've had that in mind, and I told my men, bread and butter issues, please don't do it. Of course, they come and say, look, they are using it. The other opponents of mine are talking about pension, talking about NS, talking about that. All the resilience package. But I told them one thing. If ever I get elected, I don't know how I'm going to deliver. And as a president, I'll be really ashamed that I promise you this and I can't deliver when I'm a president. Because Singaporeans must realize what Parliament can do, what the elected president can do. So your areas that's belonging to Parliament, you should stick to that area, or else the EP becomes a general election again. So we are very proud of the fact that we didn't go into the bread and butter issues. We kept very close, and even we also didn't follow what the general election, like your rallies. We didn't have what they call open rally. We have an indoor rally. And I'm sure you all know my indoor rally is quite good, right? Now I ask you back a question, you should answer whether it's good or not.
What was your most valuable takeaway from this entire experience?
I think we were very honorable in our campaigning. We want to get a message across to Singaporeans that Singapore watchers are also looking at the way we conduct ourselves in this election. And that if they see that Singaporeans can't even make distinction between what is a GE and what's an elected presidency, and then I think their regard for this country, for the electorate, they will say, look, they are not so great, they are not so bright. If we want to distinguish ourselves from other places, then you must send a clear message, let's say to other parts of the world, that we are able to conduct an election so appropriately. So the GE will conduct as a GE, EP will elected presidency, we will have elected presidency campaign. So I think it's very important. So I took a risk. So my men say, you're taking a risk. Because they are all talking bread and butter issue. You will lose. Because if you don't go along with them, then some of the votes that they have been asked will be won by Singaporeans who are quite ignorant of what the elected presidency is like. And when you campaign, or say for cheaper bus fare, longer retirement age for taxi drivers, or all this, of course you will get a chunk of vote. But I always put them back and say, no, we stick to our policy, we stick to our principles. And I'm quite proud that we didn't deviate from all those And at the rally, you notice, we didn't go and shout around for that. I promise you that I will give you special discount bus fare or taxi fare, or your healthcare will price will be lower. You can't do it, so it's wrong. So we will not do it. And I think our election rally, I don't think you heard us saying all these things.
Do you think that it was a dignified campaign as well?
Definitely. Yes. I think we kept it very dignified. We didn't go and slander all of my opponents, but that does not mean I cannot question the way they present the issues. These are two different issues. I question your issue. I'm not questioning your conduct. So, because if the issues are so blatantly, I see as not correct, I have to let the Singaporeans know that I think this is not the right way to what they call say so those things, because they don't belong to the EP within the EP boundaries.
Dr. Tan, what do you think are the factors that appeals to voters who voted for you? Was it the things that you've done in the past, or was it some of the policies that you bring up during this period of time?
I think yes. I think what I've done in the past, the people do recognize, and that must have contributed to a lot of them supporting me. Then I also feel that I think they also see me over the years as somebody who will stand up for things that are wrong. So I believe these are a lot is also due to past, because what else? There's no other way you people know you. So you have to go back to your historical background. So I think that has contributed a lot.
Now, do you think that it's a worrisome situation where the overwhelming majority voted against Dr. Tan to be president?
Yeah, that could be a factor for him and for any one of us if we really get elected. You have to watch over the couple of months. How is going to convince the other 65% of Singaporeans who didn't vote for him? And that's where the challenge comes. What sort of elected president is he going to be? And knowing that his strength is with the economy, he has got to put some effort into the ground. Because basically, you cannot just look after the external area of Singapore as an EP. You have to concentrate on your people. Your people look to you, as a president. So if you cannot connect well, I think it will be a problem. You can remember the 65%, majority of them are ordinary Singaporeans. And they want to see how well connected is he to ordinary Singaporeans.
So there seems to be a lot of frustrations on the ground with 65% who are upset that Dr. Tan is going to be our president.
I think that's expected, because it's a four-corner fight. I don't see any other way. You see, a four-corner fight, the votes definitely be distributed. So whatever you do, you get 38%, you're sure to win. But in this case, it's quite different. To 35, 35. I mean, that's the nature of things. Unless you have a different kind of election, you can follow some of the Western ways in which you have two-tier election. First tier, first round, you sieve out all the candidates until finally you have two candidates. You can reconsider all this, but you need a constitution change. So
was there any point in time where you there was a thought, maybe a fleeting thought, to sit down with GC and maybe...
No. I never compromise on that. Because when you come to an election of this kind, you must be very serious. Straight away when I say this is my line of action, I mean, if they want to... I think I don't want to be told what I should do or what I can compromise with you. Because you're coming into an election, you must be prepared to be on your own. Because you have certain guiding principles, you have certain beliefs. I'm not going to contaminate all my beliefs with somebody. No, I want to be on my own.